That's weird, huh? So whiteboard here is figuring out gamma rays are bad. Yeah, they're all not terribly good. Yeah.
We're gonna need another periodic table.
Oh no!
I know.
Yeah. Now I have a radiation detector here, okay? And I'm going to turn it on, and it should beep if it detects. There we go. Oh, there we go. There was a beep. Yeah, in fact, there's right now, you are largely shielded from a lot of radiation because of the Earth's atmosphere, and the Earth's magnetic field shields us from this. Okay, if you choose to be a pilot, especially a long-haul pilot, so like fly high and long distances for long periods of time and spend a lot of their life up there, just about all of these people die of cancer. It's a great job except for the cancer part of that. Okay, I mean there's just an incredibly high rate of cancer. But down here at sea level, or roughly, you're actually shielded from a lot of that radiation from space. This is not something that we really know what we're going to do if we send people to Mars, how we're going to shield them from that. And this is one of the things that they're actually working on. Yeah, that's right. Yep. 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 Now I wonder what's in these boxes. Oh. Oh, it says radioactive rock collection on those boxes. Gee. Yeah, so, you know, the general safety guideline here is that these are not terribly harmful. That's right. These are not terribly harmful. Is that a 206, your upper number? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. These are not terribly harmful in and of themselves. I don't know anything about the geology or anything about this. I just would look out for yellow rocks beep a lot. I could just tell you that. That's right. The yellow ones are, of course, the uranium ore. That's right. So this is kind of like a rock sampler from Utah, basically, right? All those yellow rocks have uranium. These are the ones that Henri Becquerel was using for his experiments. That's kind of cool, isn't that cool? Yeah, that's right. These black rocks here, too, are also highly radioactive. If you're interested in geology, there's actually a list of what all the chocolates are. Okay, so you could look them up. Class. So if you're going to actually look at how radioactive something is, one of the things, 206, is that what it says?
What?
206?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, should say. Okay, if you were going to, if you were going to do careful experiments about radioactivity, one of the things you'd have to do is actually measure the background radiation for some period of time, like an hour, right? And see how many counts per second is just normal for this room. Then you would manipulate some variable, like put the detector closer to the sample and take a count for like 5 minutes, right? And then you change the distance. You could do that. This would be an experiment one could do. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of logger stuff for that?
Yeah, I've got a counter. I've got a little thing that can count. And then you can hook them up to the computer too. They've got the output. That's right. The other cool thing about this is that you can wear these on your belt like that. I do believe that this is a babe magnet. I think women really, if you're wearing that thing, they're going to be like.
Why would it beep? Does it start to beep when they get closer?
If they're radioactive. 2 questions. Mary first.
Oh, no, I watched a show last night.
Uh-huh.
Had those on.
Geiger counters. Yes. I just coughed.
Confused as to how, like, the element changes to a different element.
I know, that's crazy, because it shoots off a part of it, right? It splits. It's like meiosis or mitosis or something, right? It splits off, and because it carries away literally 2 protons and 2 neutrons, it has to change to this other element. So it's transmutation, and it happens spontaneously. How's that?
I understand alpha, I don't understand the other one.
Yeah, we're going to get to beta. Okay, promethium, I think PM is promethium, right? Undergoes alpha decay to what? So the mass number goes down by 4, atomic number by 2. Yep, what is that one?
Praseodymium.
You're not saying it right, man. That's right. You got to say praseodymium. It's the gospel element. That's right. That's right. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey Murray, what's the 99th element of the periodic table without looking?
I have no idea.
Jacob Gifford knows.
Oh, Einsteinium. Yeah, I saw that. That's right. Yes. As soon as you said Jacob knew, then I knew.
Yeah. I moved to Jacob.
There you go.
He knows his stuff. There we go. Oh my.
Yeah.
Did you hear what just came out of the album?
I don't. By the way, I don't wear these babe magnets like this because they'd just be too dangerous. You know, my already sort of Brad Pittish self combined with that would just be like way too much. Way too much mojo.
Way too much.
Okay, so beta plus. Here's the deal. Remember that it's undergoing a beta plus decay. It's creating a positive charge. So that means we got to lose a positive charge, which means the proton's got to turn to a neutron. Yeah? So same mass number. Beta particles are not a whole nucleon, right? And what's that, Lo? Yeah, you got it. Only it's no longer oxygen, right? Yes, it does. Element 7 is nitrogen. That's right. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, you got it. Yes. Yes. Yep. 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 Is that 15.7? That's right. And then the final thing about these guys, boys and girls, class. These are not terribly dangerous as they sit here in my hand like this. The radiation is, you know, if I held it maybe up against my brain for like 2 weeks, it might be the same as like an X-ray or something like that, right? Okay. The thing that's really dangerous about these, shut up, is that what you really don't want to do is you don't want to get this stuff on your hands and then eat it. And of course, Marie Curie actually purified curium, right? Hence the name, right? She isolated chemically and purified this element all the while eating sandwiches and stuff like that. Her notes are so radioactive you have to wear protective gear to view her notes. They have her notes in lead boxes because there's so much stuff spilled on them. And she, of course, died of stomach cancer. That was the first thing that encountered all this stuff she was ingesting. So if you handle these, just wash your hands before you eat lunch.
How old was she?
I don't know, she was young, probably 30s, 20s, you know. So. All right, next one. Oxygen, potassium. Potassium undergoes beta plus. So what's it going to decay to? Yep, yep, yeah, it does. That's right. Becomes a gas. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. In fact, what does potassium say when he looks at himself after this whole process? That's right, that's right. He says, I wonder where one of my protons are gone. I wonder where one of my protons are gone. You gotta say it right, are gone.
So the noble gases are all much red.
Maybe. Certainly the potassium is.
How many of them have been elected for?
I learned a new joke this weekend.
Yeah.
This lady is, her husband's driving to Seattle, right? And she sees a news report about some crazy guy driving the wrong way on the freeway. So she calls her husband to warn him about this, right? She goes, honey, I just want to tell you there's a crazy person driving the wrong way on the freeway. And he goes, there's not just one of them, there's hundreds. Yeah.
I get it.
So how does like radioactive carbon dating work if like you can't measure the amount of carbon that's still there because it's like not carbon anymore?
What you do, here's what you do, is you measure the relative amounts of carbon-12 and carbon-14. Because when a living organism dies, that's always a certain amount, right? So you're always comparing a ratio of isotopes, right? So when they die, it's always a certain amount, but after an infinite amount of time, it's all carbon-12, right? And so the more